So today is about the all equally given the vehicle to nirvana. Obviously, that's trying to say they all have the Buddha nature, and everyone can become the Buddha. So the initial verse is that Bodhisattvas practice a great Dharma to transform all sentient beings. So therefore, all sentient beings, that means everyone can equally attain that. The compassion and wisdom, that is the what the Bodhisattva was walk towards. So with fearlessness to penetrate all realms and the powers and all realms and all conditions, and using the powers. And the power here is the power of the great love that excites with the sympathy. So adapt to sentient beings depending on the circumstance and the right retribution. So circumstantial retribution are mainly fixed, often referred to as fixed karma. And obviously direct retribution is one of the one of choice. They benefit others, bring them peace and joy and abide in a state of fearlessness. So in the Master's explanation, Bodhisattvas form great aspiration and make great vows. Right? So we often recite the four Bodhisattva vows to remind us, and that is to transform all sentient beings. So in so doing, we take on this great vehicle or the great white ox, and we do that, nurturing compassion and wisdom in our hearts and in our minds, and to walk amongst the masses to do that, and also to adapt to sentient beings depending on the capabilities. So we got to understand their minds. You always need to understand the character, and that's the reason why when we walk on this path, we first need to transform ourselves. Because without transforming ourselves, we do not know and understand well what are the entrances for one to understand the Dharma and into the daily life. So all this retribution that happened, all of us obviously as a result of the karma of the past lifetimes. So they follow the karmic affinity to whatever place they were born in. So and obviously this one is purely on my belief, and I think we also need to ask, why are we born in this country? And for this reason, I take the view that we should remain in this country, obviously unless it endanger your life, and that is for us to learn as a reason. There's always a reason, and this our journey in the course of life becoming to find out the reason as to why you're born here. You got work to do, you got things to learn, you got that to repay, and responsibilities to fulfill. So in this spiritual development, we benefit others to bring them peace and joy, and giving to others makes them very happy. So that they faith in my own selflessness, and that is living the exemplary life of a spiritual aspirant to be in practice. So with this kind of faith, obviously, then we can have the fearlessness in us. Now walk into walk the path, and also under various type of conditions that we have to practice. That all this fearlessness and all the difficulties that one may face, it's back to Master's teaching a few days ago, and that the great oxy walk that path, we have to carry the burden, we have to carry the load with us. So they alleviate the pain of and suffering of others. So we do so in so doing. Actually, we are, this is a purifying practice, and therefore we will understand that in going through the path steadfastly, and faith is the source of the way, and can nurture all roots of goodness. Because we haven't we enter into an uncharted territory for us, but the Buddha has been there before, so he is the guide. So in this discerning and impartial wisdom, I find this part interesting. The discerning wisdom, discerning wisdom, it discern between appearances of all things, clearly distinguishing right from wrong. So I think for us as especially as householders in practice, we need this discerning wisdom, because we still have the worldly life to live in. And so we distinguish, obviously the discerning wisdom distinguishes, and we make distinction of what is right, what is wrong, and things like that. That sometimes what is right, what is wrong, wrong not necessarily be wrong. It can be right, but just that we haven't got the wisdom, an impartial wisdom, to understand that whatever it is, everything is equal. And that is what the impartial wisdom is. And that's the absolute wisdom to understand things. And because when we have a discerning wisdom, we have the wisdom for that moment. Obviously, we need to grow from discerning wisdom to understand what is wholesome and what is unwholesome. We are then understanding clearly that what is so-called bad may not necessarily be bad. But we only know that when the time unfolds, when the conditions unfold, and then, but in so doing, we begin to grow in impartial wisdom. So lessons learned. The Dharma nature is permanently tranquil, and being tranquil, there is no appearance of arising and ceasing, and this is the state of stillness, and that's where this creates the from conditioned dharma, which is using discerning wisdom, to unconditioned dharma, which is impartial wisdom. So the Bodhisattva practice transform all sentient beings, and this is the sort of vow that we need to make with this state of fearlessness with us. So very quickly, sorry, I got to rush in contemplation. So this is a path of people of all seasons and a person in all seasons. So it doesn't matter, I do take on this path, and no matter the circumstances they are in, and it's for all people and a person in all seasons, no matter what those conditions may be. No matter how powerful one is in the world, death is inevitable. So everyone is equal, everyone has to die in the end. No matter how wealthy one is left with nothing in the end of life. Everyone is equal at the point of death. For you, who is in a good practice, your good karma follows you at the end of life, and you have the imprint of teachings on the path into the mind continuum. And this is what we should be trying to practice in a steadfast practice, so that we can continue by belief in this life, just as we have done from our past life. So in relationship, in life, give love to all you who come to you. Be a rainmaker of your own life. Do not wait for others to be your rainmakers, because by then it may be too late. Okay, Gan En brothers and sisters, thank you.
Gan En so much to our rainmaker, Brother Chin. Yeah, so much for the wonderful sharing. Okay, can we on our videos and take a quick group photo before Brother Chin and Sister Siu Ping and Sister Ka-Ping leaves us? Morning to all the beautiful and happy faces. Yeah. Sister YY, yeah, do the honor, please, to take